Well, you passed your capitals test, and you passed your flags test, or rather, you passed your countries test. Now we're going to be studying for the flags test. So, in my hand, I have some flashcards that we're going to be using to memorize all of the countries of Asia. And there are a couple of territories inside of these cards, but we're going to be putting them to the side. We'll give them honorable mentions, but they're not going to be part of the test. We'll also be mentioning the languages that these different countries speak, but once again, this is not going to be part of the test either. So, let us begin. Do you recognize this flag? It is the flag of Oman, and the capital of Oman was Muscat. Very good. And the language of Oman is Arabic. Arabic. What region of Oman which region of Asia was Oman located in? The Middle East. Very good. So we're going to put that one over here. And do you recognize this flag? Red, white, and black. This is the flag of Yemen. And what was the capital of Yemen? That's right, Sana'a. And then Yemen was also in the Middle East too. Very good. And they also speak Arabic. This flag should be pretty recognizable. What does this flag represent? Saudi Arabia. Very good. And the capital of Saudi Arabia is Riyadh. Very good. And the language of Saudi Arabia is Arabic. Very good. And they were in which region of Asia? Very good. The Middle East. Now, this flag is also red, white, and black, but it has 2 green stars. Do you happen to know the name of this flag? Very good. It's Syria, and the capital of Syria is Damascus. Very good. And what is the language of Syria? Arabic. Very good. And what region was Syria located in? Very good. The Middle East. Do you happen to recognize this flag? It's red and white, and it has a green tree in the middle. Lebanon. Very good. And what is the capital of Lebanon? Very good. Beirut. And then what language do they speak in Lebanon? They speak Arabic, but they also speak French. And what region was Lebanon located in? Very good. The Middle East. And what flag is this belong to? It's black, red, white, and green. And it has a little star and a triangle. Jordan. Very good. And what is the capital of Jordan? Amman. Very good. And what language do they speak in Jordan? That's right, Arabic. And what region of the Middle East, or what region of Asia is Jordan located in? The Middle East. Very good. So I'm going to put this one over here. What flag does this country represent? Cambodia. Very good. And what is the capital of Cambodia? Very good. Phnom Penh. And then what region is Cambodia located in? Southeast Asia. Very good. And what language do they speak in Cambodia? Khmer. Very good. I'm going to put this one over here. And then, what country does this represent? Myanmar. Very good. What region is Myanmar located in? Southeast Asia. Very good. And what is the capital of Myanmar? Very good. Naypyidaw. And then what is the language of Myanmar? Burmese. Very good. I'm going to put it over here. And then, oh, beautiful. What country does this represent? It is red, white, blue, white, and red. Thailand. Very good. And what is the capital of Thailand? I'll give you a hint. Bjork famously was mentioned the name of this. It's a trigger word for Bjork. Reasonably so, and you know the backstory. Bangkok. Very good. And then what language do they speak in Thailand? Thai. Very good. And what region of Asia is Thailand located in? Southeast Asia. Very good. And then, what country has red, blue, and then a white circle in the middle? Laos. Very good. And what is the capital of Laos? I'll give you a hint. It's very Italian sounding. Vientiane. And then what language do they speak in Laos? Very good, Lao. And then what region is Laos located in? Southeast Asia. Very good. And this should be pretty easy. What country does this represent? It's all red and it has a yellow star in the middle. Vietnam. Very good. And what is the capital of Vietnam? Hanoi. Very good. And what language do they speak in Vietnam? Vietnamese. Very good. And then what is the region that this country comes from? Southeast Asia. Very good. Oh, this could get quite confusing with Poland. What country has red on top, not white on top, red on top and white on bottom? Indonesia. Very good. And what is the capital of Indonesia? Jakarta. Very good. What language do they speak in Indonesia? Indonesian. Very good. They're keeping it simple for us, as simple as can be. And what region of Asia does Indonesia belong to? Southeast Asia. Very good. And then, what country has red on top, white on bottom, like Indonesia, but has a moon with 5 stars in it, a crescent moon with 5 stars in it? Very good. Singapore. And what was the capital of Singapore? Singapore. And what language do they speak in Singapore? I'll give you a hint. It's many. They speak English, Malay, Mandarin, and Tamil. And what region is Singapore located in? Southeast Asia. Very good. And what about this country? Their flag kind of looks like the United States, but it has a deeper blue and more stripes, and it has a crescent moon with a sun inside of it. What country does this flag represent? Malaysia. Very good. And what is the capital of Malaysia? Kuala Lumpur. And then what is the language of Malaysia? Malay. Very good. And what region did it belong to? Southeast Asia. Very good. And then what about this country? It has yellow diagonal shapes with a black and white diagonal stripe, an anchor, and hands pointing upwards. Do you recognize this flag? Brunei. Very good. And what is the capital of Brunei? Very good. It is Bandar Seri Begawan. Begawan. And then what language do they speak in Brunei? Malay. Very good. And what region does it belong to? Southeast Asia. Very good. And then what country does this flag belong to? It's like fanged teeth biting into a red wall. Very good. It's Bahrain. And then what is the capital of Bahrain? Manama. Very good. And where is Bahrain located in? The Middle East. Very good. I'm gonna put that one right over there. And then this one looks like Ireland, but it's not Ireland. It has a circle in the middle with a sun-like figure. To where does this flag belong to? India. Very good. And what is the capital of India? New Delhi. Very good. And where is India located in? South Asia. Very good. And what country has this sort of geometric shape? It has red with white and a crescent moon kind of rising. Nepal. Very good. And what is the capital of Nepal? Kathmandu. Very good. And what language do they speak in Nepal? Nepali. Very good. And where is Nepal located? South Asia. Let's return back to India. We didn't cover the language that they speak. What language do they speak in India? Hindi and English. Next we have this flag that has a yellow and red diagonal shape with a dragon in between. Where does this flag belong to? Bhutan. Very good. And what is the capital of Bhutan? Thimphu. Very good. And what language do they speak in Bhutan? Dzongkha. Dzongkha. They speak Dzongkha in Bhutan. And where is Bhutan located? Yep, right above India, in that little corner crux above Bangladesh, in between where India kind of splices Bangladesh and Bhutan apart, in South Asia. So I'm going to put this over here. And then there are a lot of countries, so I'm going to, in the recap step, kind of go right through them. But for now, we can take our time. What country is all green with a red circle in the middle? Bangladesh. Very good. And what is the capital of Bangladesh? Dhaka. Very good. And what language do they speak in Bangladesh? Bengali. Very good. And what region does Bangladesh belong to? Southern Asia. Very good. This one should also be pretty recognizable. Which state or country has an all-green flag with a crescent moon, one white star, and a white line going through the flag? Pakistan. And what is the capital of Pakistan? Islamabad. And what language do they speak in Pakistan? Urdu and English. And where is Pakistan located? Central Asia. I'm going to put that right there. Although it technically is more South Asia though, so I'm going to put that over there. And then the next country we have is Kyrgyz. What flag does this belong to? This sort of like this sun, all red with a sun in the middle. Kyrgyzstan. Very good. And what is the capital of Kyrgyzstan? Bishkek. Very good. And what language do they speak in Kyrgyzstan? Very good. They speak Kyrgyz and Russian. And where is Kyrgyzstan located? Central Asia. Very good. Next we have, do you recognize this flag? It has a golden crown with like a Paramount logo of stars around it. Red, white, and green. Tajikistan. Very good. And what is the capital of Tajikistan? Dushanbe. Okay, very good. And what is the language of Tajikistan? Tajiki. Very good. And where is Tajikistan located in Asia? Central Asia. Very good. And this one is very controversial. Very, very controversial. This card states that it's a territory, but it's very much under dispute. So we're going to count it as a country, but it does say it's a territory. Very controversial. What flag does this belong to? This American looking flag that's just all red with a sun in the blue box. Taiwan. Very good. And what is the capital of Taiwan? Taipei. Very good. And what language do they speak in Taiwan? Mandarin. And where is Taiwan located? East Asia. Very good. Do you recognize this flag? It has black, burgundy, and red with an insignia of a temple in the middle. Afghanistan. Very good. And what is the capital of Afghanistan? Kabul. Very good. And what languages do they speak in Afghanistan? Pashto and Dari. Do you remember what region of Asia Afghanistan is located in? The Middle East. Very good. This one should be pretty easy. What country has a red triangle, red, black, white, and green on its flag? Palestine. Very good. And where is Palestine located in? The Middle East. Very good. And what language does Palestine speak? Arabic. Very good. I'm going to put that in the Middle East section. And then we have a country with a black rhombus or trapezoid, green, white, and burgundy on the bottom. Do you happen to know the name of this flag? Kuwait. Very good. And what is the capital of Kuwait? Kuwait City. And what language do they speak in Kuwait? Arabic. Very good. And which region does Kuwait belong to? The Middle East. Very good. And here we have another familiar flag. Red on top, white in the middle, black on the bottom, with some Arabic in the middle. What country does this flag belong to? Very good. Iraq. And what is the capital of Iraq? Baghdad. Very good. And what is the language of Iraq? Arabic. Very good. And what region does Iraq belong to? The Middle East. Very good. And here we have another familiar flag. Green on top, red on bottom, white in the middle, with another Star Wars looking insignia. What is the country that this flag belongs to? Iran, very good. And what is the capital of Iran? Very good, Tehran. And what language do they speak in Iran? Persian, very good. And what region does Iran belong to? The Middle East, very good. What country does this flag belong to? It's all green with a beautiful little ribbon down the middle, a crescent moon, and 5 stars. Turkmenistan, very good. And what is the capital of Turkmenistan? Ashgabat, very good. And what language do they speak in Turkmenistan? Turkmen, very good. And what region is Turkmenistan located in? Central Asia, very good. Now we have blue, white, and green with another crescent moon and several stars. What country does this flag belong to? Uzbekistan, very good. And what is the capital of Uzbekistan? Tashkent. And what is the language of Uzbekistan? Uzbek. And what region does Uzbekistan belong to? Central Asia, very good. Do you happen to know the name of this flag? It's all red, green box in the middle, and a crescent moon. Maldives, very good. And what is the capital of Maldives? Malé, very good. And what is the language of Maldives? Divehi, very good. And then what region does the Maldives belong to? South Asia, very good. We're almost nowhere near the end. And then what country does this flag belong to? It's white, blue, and red with a sun in the white triangle. The Philippines, very good. And what is the capital of the Philippines? Manila, very good. And what language does the Philippines speak? Filipino, very good. And what region does the Philippines belong to? Southeast Asia, very good. And here we have a lion with a sword and a black and orange ribbon, all inside of a golden color. What flag does this country belong to? Sri Lanka, very good. And what is the capital of Sri Lanka? Sri Jayawardenepura Kotte, very good, very good. And what languages do they speak in Sri Lanka? Sinhala and Tamil, very good. And what section or region of Asia does Sri Lanka belong to? South Asia, very good. Now here we have a very famous flag. Do you happen to know the name of this flag? It's the Japanese flag. What is the capital of Japan? Tokyo. What do they speak in Japan? Japanese. Very good. And what region does Japan belong to? East Asia. Very good. Very, very good. Very good. Here we have a candy corn looking territory. This one is South Ossetia. Its capital is Tskhinvali. It's in Western Asia. It's a territory of Russia. I'm gonna put that one to the side. This one is also a very beautiful country. Red, blue, and gold. It's underneath Georgia. Armenia, very good. And what is the capital of Armenia? Yerevan, very good. And what is the language spoken in Armenia? Armenian, very good. And where does Armenia belong to? Very good, Russia and the Caucasus. And here we have another country in the same territory, blue, red, green with a crescent moon and a sun. What flag does this belong to? Azerbaijan, very good. And what is the capital of Azerbaijan? Baku, very good. And what do they speak in Azerbaijan? Azerbaijani, very good. And that is in which territory? The Caucasus, very good. Here we have another famous flag, all red with a crescent moon and a star. What country does this belong to? Turkey, very good. What language do they speak in Turkey? Turkish, very good. And what is the capital of Turkey? Ankara, very good. And where does Turkey belong? Which region? The Middle East, very good. Here's another territory. This one is Abkhazia. Its capital is Sukhumi. It speaks Abkhaz and Russian, and it's in Western Asia. It's a territory of Russia. Here is the Cocos Islands. It's a West Island. It's a West Asian island, and it speaks English, another territory, I guess. Here is Christmas Island. Oh, that's really cool. Christmas Island. Its capital is Flying Fish Cove. Its continent is inside of Asia, and it's in southeastern Asia. Here we go. Now we have this incredibly blue flag with an eagle and a sun and this beautiful little insignia. What country does this belong to? Kazakhstan. Very good. And what was the capital of Kazakhstan? Nur Sultan. And what language do they speak in Kazakhstan? Kazakh, and Russian. Very good. And what region does Kazakhstan belong to? Central Asia. Very good. And here's another famous one. Do you happen to recognize this flag? South Korea. Very good. And what is the capital of South Korea? Seoul. Very good. What do they speak in South Korea? Korean. Very good. And what location or what region does South Korea belong to? East Asia. Very good. Here we have its twin sister. What country does this belong to? North Korea. Very good. And what is the capital of North Korea? Pyongyang. Very good. And what is the language of North Korea? Korean. Very good. And what region does North Korea belong to? East Asia. Very good. Here we have a red and blue flag with a Confucius symbol and a fire symbol. Ah, the Fire Nation. What flag does this belong to? Mongolia. Very good. And what language do they speak in Mongolia? Mongolian. Very good. And what is the capital of Mongolia? Ulaanbaatar. Very good. And what region does Mongolia belong to in Asia? East Asia. Very good. Here we have a very famous one. What country has an all red flag with a yellow star and 4 stars next to it? China. What is the capital of China? Beijing. What is the language spoken in China? Mandarin. And where does China belong to? East Asia. Very good. Here we have another country that looks like it has teeth, fangs biting into a purple flag. What is the name of this flag? Qatar. Very good. What is the capital of Qatar? Doha. Very good. What language do they speak in Qatar? Arabic. Very good. And which region does Qatar belong to? The Middle East. Very good. And our last flag has a red block, green, white, black flag. What flag or country does this belong to? The United Arab Emirates. Very good. What is the capital of the United Arab Emirates? Abu Dhabi. Very good. And what language do they speak? Arabic. Very good. And what is their region? The Middle East. Very good. Okay. I think we're pretty much all good when it comes to recapping the cards. I'll leave that up to you to do on your own. I'll leave you with the cards so that way you can prepare on your own. But thank you once again for joining your lesson and for participating in your education. It's very important to have education, particularly when it comes to geography, history, languages. These are all how we keep ourselves knowledgeable and understanding of what things have transpired throughout time. Nonetheless, thank you once again for taking time out of your day to recap your lesson, and I hope that with these cards you're able to learn better about the geography of Asia.